Hi, my name is Lindsay Spence, and I will be teaching you guys how to play first violin's Incantations. So to start off, you have a high B on the E string. So to find that during the performance, I would quietly kind of bow your E harmonic first finger, like, so you could find the E harmonic. And then I would go F sharp, then G third finger, and then replace G third finger with G second finger, and then A, and then B, and then just lightly hold on to that like you would a harmonic. That's what the circle over the note means. And then when it says stagger bowing, I would mainly focus on your stand partner's bow, kind of stagger it from theirs a little bit, but not too much. And then with the solo, and then also play pianissimo there, so not too loud, you kind of want it to be eerie. And then for the solo, that's piano, but that's a solo piano, and the solo piano is kind of more forte than anything, because you want to project out so that the audience can hear you. So yeah, I guess pay attention to dynamics a lot, because those are very important. So we'll play that. Okay. And I'm gonna play from the beginning of the solo part, because the non-solo part, the 2D part, is pretty simple. It's just one note. So I'm going to stop there because I want to bring up some points. So when it is piano, like at measure 20, you kind of want to let the other parts kind of shine through there, because I believe you are the accompanist there. And then at 22, you do want a crescendo, and especially at 23, you want to reach that forte, so that, because I'm pretty sure you have the melody there, and then die back down so you can pass off the melody again. And the same thing goes for 26 to 28 as well. And with the divisi at 12, the lower line should play out more, because lower frequencies typically are more covered up and they don't go further, I guess. So make sure you play out, and so that the upper line can kind of tune to your lower notes, so that you're both in tune. And then I guess I will turn my metronome. I don't know how loud that was for you guys. I didn't hear it that well. And then at 29, you want to start quiet, because it's kind of this big forte, and you kind of want to bring it back down to a kind of eerie kind of feel again, because it's the vibe I'm getting from this piece. So we'll start at 29. So at 33, you do want a crescendo, because it is a change. And then I didn't retardando at 35 because there's a metronome on, but make sure you, if Mr. Smith wants you to slow down there, make sure you follow him and look up there. And then with that up bow A sharp, be careful that you don't go really far up so you can get enough bow for the 4-bar slur, because you don't want to like a big womp sound. It sounds weird, because if it's this kind of, I don't know how to describe it, this ending and then you go womp B, it's not gonna sound that great. So just try to kind of go lightly, and if you need to, you can pronate your bow. So instead of going straight on, you can turn it a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. So and then with that B, if you don't have enough bow and you can't hold it out, try to just stay around the tip area so that it looks like you're still along with your section and you don't have to do this big retake and then everyone will see. But you don't really need much bow for that 4-measure section because it is quiet and you can just kind of moriendo so you can die out there. And yeah, and then I guess hang out for a little bit during that multi-rit, and then it picks back up at 43 and make sure the notes are spiccato. Do not miss that, and they are also pianissimo there. So yeah. So hi, this is gonna be the Allegro section of Incantations for first violins. So some preemptive notes is to make sure that you check the key signature, because it does change from from D major to B flat major. So it has B flat, E flat, and does not have F sharp, C sharp unless stated with accidentals. So watch out for that. Also pianissimo and spiccato, and watch the time signature change, because it does go from 2/4 to 4/4 to 2/4 to 4/4 and then 3/4 a couple times. So just make sure you see those changes so that you can count properly so you don't mess up. Also, don't do A flats except for the one in measure 45 and 46. Don't do that. Make sure your 4th finger A later on is high enough, because mine probably won't be. Okay, we'll start. Stop there because I have to rearrange, and I did mess up a couple times with a couple of B flats. I messed up. It's okay to mess up. It happens. Don't worry about it. Just try to keep going if you can. I tend to stop, which is not a good habit. Don't do that. I mean, if you do, oh well. Just try to hop back on. Follow your section. And I'm guessing you guys have had more practice at this than I have. Wait. Alright, so we're gonna be starting this video at 61. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Make sure you have B flats, E flats, and no A flats. It's tempting for me to do A flats. I have no clue why, but it is. So we'll get going. 61. So I'm going to stop there. So make sure at 66 that you want the E flat to be, I would do second position there because I would stay in position there. But make sure you go E flat to A natural, not A flat. So just make sure you do that. And then make sure you crescendo. That is big because you kind of want it to build up. And then 70s where you start to crescendo. I don't think I did that very well. And then 72, you want to hit that note really loud. And then again, decrescendo so you can build up and build up again. And then at 77, you want to hit that with an accent, and you want it to be even louder than it was the first time, so it kind of shows like the peak of that section at least. I wouldn't say the whole song, maybe. So shifting there. At 62 to 63, I would stay in first position, so you don't have to do string crossings there. And then at 64, I would stay in first position for the first two beats, and then after the B flat A B, I would shift up to second finger. I'll show you what I mean by that. So at 64, I don't think. So just I'll play it again because I don't think you. Yeah. Okay. So make sure you shift there is what my recommendation would be. If you practice it a different way, go ahead, do that way. If you practice it that way, it will probably be better than starting a whole new way. 78. Yeah, we'll start from there, and I'll probably stop. All right. Okay, I'll stop there. As you can tell, I messed up, obviously. So try not to mess up. So with 78, I would start in third position so that you don't have those string crossings from B to the A, because I would do closed A there. So it would be like... And then you want to hit that double stop with a lot of force, not enough to break your string or anything like that. Just like a forte, and it has an accent, and it is a down bow, and it kind of starts this whole new section. So make sure that's loud and brought out. And then let's see, the same thing with 83 and 84 and 85. Make sure that the 8th note at the beginning of those measures are accented, yes. And then with 87 and 88, you do want to start off loud and then go to piano, because it's kind of winding down instead of winding up this time. Hi, it's me again. So I'm going to start at measure 90, the pizzicato section. It is a little challenging because of the accidentals and also because of the pace with pizzicatoing with some 16th notes in there. So note that there is a key change. It does go from B flat major to G major, so make sure you have that F sharp in there, except in measure 92. Yep, no F sharps in there. Don't forget it's piano, but bring out the accents, because the accents are in important places, because it's on the E and the B, and those used to be E flat and B flat, so it's kind of bringing out that key change. So make sure you bring that out. And then I will say with 92, if you can't pizzicato the 16th notes, like I can very often, or very well at least, and if you can't pizzicato those, try your best, but make sure you get back on track, especially in 92 with that F natural and in 93 with that G. Those are really important. So if you can't get those faster notes, try to get to that G. Alrighty. We'll see what happens. Alright, and I'm going to stop there. So, at 94, it kind of changes a little bit. I'm pretty sure you guys are kind of passing the melody or just the same section off to another section. I'm not quite sure who. I'm guessing the seconds or violas or cellos or basses. So basically anyone. So just watch out for that. And I messed up in 98 at the end there. I thought that was... I would shift up for that, but I didn't shift up for some reason. So I would do third finger F, so then shift down for the A. There's how I would go about that one. Yeah. Oh, make sure you watch out that it does change to 3/4 instead of 5/4. So when you're counting measures 95, 97, 99, and 101, make sure you do count 3 instead of 5, because that would not be good. You'd be off. So try not to do that. If you need to circle that, highlight it, do whatever. I'm pretty sure you've been told that a lot by teachers. Sorry, I space out a lot. 102, Arco. Don't forget that it is Arco now. You need your bow. It is forte, and it still is in G major, but it does change to 4/4. So with that whole note in 104, do count to 4 there. That's 4 and everything. Okay. Yeah, and with the divisi, if I make it that far, I'm gonna play the lower line because I practice the lower line and I'm second chair, so I typically play the lower line. Yeah, it's all good. All right. 102. Okay, so don't shift there. Not a good choice. Don't shift there. I would shift for 105, but shift back down for 106. And it is okay, in my opinion, to play the A open A, because it is pretty fast, and I don't think it will really mess with the sound that much. I mean, you're not going for a nice, sweet sound. You're going for a rusty, dirty sound, I guess. Told you I wouldn't make it that far to the divisi, but it's all good. Start at 102 again. Don't forget it's B naturals instead of B flats. Haha. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start again at 108. Okay, so with 108, it is forte, but don't play as loud as you can because that's A Fortissimo, and you need to get louder in 109. Yeah, so play Fortissimo in 109 and 110, and the first beat of 111, except for the second half of the first beat, because there should be nothing there for us. And then drop down to, hold up, piano with a D sharp. I think I caught that too late, so don't do that. And then crescendo to 113 to a mezzo forte. I might have played that rhythm right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think I messed up at 115. Da, da, da. Make sure you hold that C long, so it's not just another eighth note. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do 117 in this video. 117 is now in, it has a key change from G to B flat major, so be careful there. Watch out for those B flats, E flats. Don't do A flats. And I would suggest being in third position up until 121. I would stay in third position for that C and then drop down to first position from there, and then probably go back up to third and 123 is what I would suggest. And make sure you count to 3 on 124. But I'll probably stop there to go over things. We'll see. Third, yeah. Oh, I said. Okay, so I would suggest going up to third because you have some time to shift there. You have an eighth note, just shift there. So I would play all of 123 and 124 in third, and then drop back down to first position for 125. Alright, so we're gonna start at 125. Watch those accidental flats because those are annoying. Okay. Alright, so I played the lower part, because I typically do. Make sure you hit Fortissimo at 135, because that is, like, amazing there. That's, like, the best section. The eerie, the monster comes out, is how I feel like that section goes. Then 142, I do suggest, I do suggest you go to third position there. And I think it's a little bit easier so you don't have to shift up. And you have a retake to do that. So, hit that Fortissimo. And then keep sustaining that until 139 when you diminuendo. So get a little by little, a little softer, quieter. And then with 144, make sure you do spiccato. I didn't do the D, I just kept with the lower line. But with that D, staggered bowing, I would just have the concertmaster do whatever he or she's doing, and then the second seat just kind of go a little bit off from them. But make sure it's sustained, and it is pianissimo, but since you guys are the only ones playing there, for first at least, play it maybe like a little louder than pianissimo, but not too much louder. You want it to be quiet. And then, you accelerate at 147. We have rest, so we're chilling. Lucky us. Sup, so it is me again. We're gonna finish this piece frantically. So 136 is your tempo here. Play in third position until 151. So 151 you're gonna want to shift down So make sure you hold that A flat longer instead of just an eighth note. Make sure you hold that. It is double sforzando there. So do that. Don't forget the crescendo and the piano. Okay, I'm going to start on the second beat of 184. So don't do that as octaves. I did. Don't know why. Don't do that. Yeah. So with the divisi, I would suggest, I don't know what, yeah, for the divisi, I would suggest for the lower line, staying in first, just do third finger for those. And then the upper line, it is kind of annoying to do the D and G string crossing on fourth finger. It is annoying, but I would suggest you keep it that way unless you really want to stretch and do like D and then G. I don't suggest that. I would suggest just keeping it 4/4. Get that pinky strong, my guy. Alright. I think I'm done. Wow. Alright. Adios. Have fun with this piece. Yeah, don't be frantic at the end. Just play frantically.